This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and fire. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the Knicks. We keeping a foot on the whoop on the Knicks. Let's talk about it, man.
Go ahead, he
What
knows.
you are seeing from Budman fans is what we call anxiety and depression 101. Let me say it again. It's anxiety and depression 101. They have anxiety from the fact that Errol Spence is going to tactically aggress Terence Crawford. They have depression because they understand that Errol Spence is going to technically punch and place Terence Crawford. And they have anxiety and depression because they understand that Errol Spence is going to body snatching work the levying onslaught of the punishment style Terence Crawford. So it's anxiety. It's depression 101. If you notice, Budman fans are talking about everything outside of the fact that Terence Crawford is going to get properly retired. Hopefully Terence Crawford heard He Knows Everything, and he did the pre-enrollment to his AARP package. Pre-enrollment is very important because what it does is it puts you in a state to where you have to preemptively understand that the Hall of Fame that you walked through, the Hall of Fame that you went through, was reality. And the reality check is the big fish is ready to eat. If you notice, as the fight draws closer and closer, Errol Spence is more annoyed. Let me say it again. As the fight draws closer and closer, Errol Spence is more annoyed. People make all kinds of cockamamie excuses. You know, they're opera singers. Yeah. They go to other channels. Yeah. But every time they keep coming back, you see the false reassurances. It's called anxiety and depression because they're mentioning everything outside of the actual reality. Errol Spence looks weight drained. When have you ever seen him look weight drained recently since Danny Garcia? Let me say it again. When have you ever seen him look weight drained recently since Danny Garcia? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, But in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat true telefashion, anxiety and depression is drawing closer. It's looming more and more. But man, fans can't stand the fact that they have to deal with the anxiety. They have to deal with the depression that Terence Crawford will be no more. That he will be Bud Light. That he will be too light in the ass. That he will be light in the caboose. You see, people want to give you in-depth analysis. They want to give you in-depth breakdowns. There is no in-depth analysis or breakdowns of this fight. What that bullshit and fuck shit is 50-50. These are 50-50 motherfuckers and 50-50 suckers. Let me say it again. They're 50-50 motherfuckers and 50-50 suckers. Because people that understand boxing at its truest and its most properest levels, they don't need to do in-depth analysis. They understand that this is a war of attrition. They understand that this is an ecosystem. They understand that one guy's a megalodon shark.
Go ahead, he knows.
They understand that the other guy's a Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Take these two animals, put them in environments. Who comes out on top? The megalodon shark that has no predator but is the predator. The megalodon shark that dies off of his own volition of dire straits because it obliterates, it dominates, it devastates, it excoriates everything in the ecosystem. Or is it the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence that every time you come behind the fence, he goes to See, Gary Russell Jr. said it best. Terence Crawford, I'm not going to lie. People could say that I'm hating on him, but I'm not. But I'm not going to lie. Earl going to fuck around and catch Terence Crawford in one of these corners. And like Freddie, he going to stalk him. And he going to drop them dumbbells on him. And he's absolutely right. Because he said Terence is defensively irresponsible. Heck, I sparred him and I tested his fucking chin. And his chin didn't even hold up against me. So we know Earl's bigger. We know Earl's stronger. We know Earl's more defensively responsible. We know Earl is technically and fundamentally sound. So he's going to break Terence Crawford down. Kenny Porter speaking the truth that his son, the ineffective aggression style, the bitter and the saltiness of a Sean Porter, the bitter and the saltiness of a Kell Brook, they don't want to admit it because they have been demolished. They have been punished by Errol Spence. But Kenny Porter's like, he's going to break down Terence Crawford. See, the real G's, the super real G's, the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets, they understand it. Bernard Hopkins He was Terence Crawford, but he switched immediately. Roy Jones Jr. Errol the True Spence is a pressure cooker fighter. Once he gets Terence Crawford in that pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Unlimited pressure. Unlimited pressure. For the number 3 of confirmation. Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Pressure is going to burst the pipes of Terence Crawford. He's going to get systematically broken down. So the anxiety is the conglomeration of punishment. The depression is the reality, the totality, and the finality that the conglomeration of punishment has been finalized, it's been totalized, and it's been realized. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. So come July 29th, we know what it is. If you're from Texas, you're definitive. You're absolute in your resolve. You don't give this 50-50 motherfucker 50-50 sucker contender regime boxing bullshit. You give the reality of the totality and the finality fate that Errol the True Spence is going to stop Terence Crawford. Now you ask yourself which round? I'm saying 10 and under. This might be a quickage stoppage. This might be some Ocampo shit because last time I checked, Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia. Yes, I said it, and I will say it again. So hear me, motherfucking well. Terence Crawford is the black Mikey Garcia. So I expect July 29th for him to be systematically broken down, for him to be punished. Hopefully his pre-enrollment to AARP is complete. It's finalized. Because let me tell you something, that retirement check's gonna be looking good, buddy. And believe it, he is not asking for a rematch. Because like Derrick James infamously said, when you go 12 rounds with Errol the True Spence, you are no longer the same fighter. Like Freddie Roach infamously said, they call him the truth because there's no lies in his damn fist. And like Richard Schaefer said, we left the Mayweather era, and you know the rest. We ushered into the Spence era. Ivory keeps the foot on the what? On the Higgs. Ivory keeps the foot on the what? On the Higgs. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.